Welcome back students in this video of MERN technology. So in the previous video we have discussed about some basic things and the basic syntax of coding a component inside the React app. Now let's discuss the props. The prop stands for property and this is basically the attributes and the argument which we can pass to a component. So props is just like the arguments which we pass to a function. In React we pass properties to a component. So now let's open the React and let's create a test component. So we'll create a test component compo.js. Now we have to import React from React. Now we have to code a function. So we'll write down sample code. Now let's return. So in this component, let's have a h1 tag which will return hello Kuldeep, welcome to the React tag. Now if I save this, now for using this we have to export this also. So we'll write down export default sample code. Let's save this and open the index.js file. Import the function import sample code from test component. Now let's first of all render this and then I will show you what is properties. Now let's check the output. So here you can see we have a test component. Hello Kuldeep, welcome to the React. Now this Kuldeep is statically programmed inside the JSX tag of that particular component. What if we want a variable on the place of that particular Kuldeep? So let's say if I call this sample code 5 times, 10 times, still we always get that. So we always get the same name. But what if we want to send some unique data to each component call? For that we have to use the properties and props. So for that we'll write down. So let's pass some properties over here. So in the opening tag, the properties also, as you know, the properties are always passed inside the opening tag of a component. So we'll write down name equals to Kuldeep. So now this Kuldeep is the property of that particular component. Also, let's code some other properties. Name equals to Rahul. The next component, let's say name equals to Mukul. Also, let's say name equals to Manish. Let's say name equals to Vishal. Name equals to. Now we have passed some properties to the component. So also component must have accept that properties. So we'll open the sample component. Okay, so we have to open the test component, and now here we'll write down props. So now all the properties which we have passed from the React index.js file to this particular component will be stored inside this prop in the format of a JSON. So this props is a JSON which we have to decode and use inside the command. Now inside this h1 tag we'll write down like this props dot name. So let's save this and check it out. So now you can see we have Kuldeep, we have Rahul, we have Mukul, Manish, Vishal. Unique values for each component. So this can be done only by using props. If I show you some more example, so let me open the JS file. Let's pass age equals to 45, age equals to 78, age equals to 14. Okay, we cannot pass integers, we have to pass a string. Next we have age equals to 74, and in the last component let's add age equals to 90. Now let's save this and also accept this age inside the props. So we'll write down welcome to the React tab. Also let's have a div. Let's have the div and also have the h1 tag, and we'll write down please check your age which is equals to, and we'll pass props dot. So we have passed a property name and we have the passed a property age from the component code. Now let's check. So here you can see the second is 45, 78, 14, 74, 98. So this is how you can use props inside the component to enhance the power of a component and to modify the component according to the each call. So this is basically the concept of props, same as the concept of variables or argument parameters inside the function. So in JavaScript we have passed arguments to the functions. In React we'll pass properties or props to the component. So in React we'll call a component to the function. So now this is all about props and how to use the props inside a JavaScript component, inside a React component. But in React we have a real-time problem with while using a prop. So we'll discuss that problem and the solution of that problem in the next part of this series. So thank you for watching this video.